In this video, I will share how to use classic tween animation and its basic principles. Create a new scene. In the new scene, we can see that the frame rate is 30 frames per second in the property bar on the right. The size of the scene is 1280 x 720. Let's adjust the size of the scene to 600 x 600. Click Oval tool. Hold down Shift and draw a circle. Right-click at the 20th frame. Click Insert keyframe. Move the circle at the 20th frame. We can create a tween at any frame between two keyframes, including the first keyframe. But the next keyframe cannot be used because the next keyframe is the beginning of the next tween. The tween starts from the keyframe and continues to all the subsequent extended frames, until the end before the next keyframe. Right-click. You will see that there are three types of tweens. Now we are going to understand the classic tween. Click Create Classic Tween. At this time, the circle can move evenly from left to right. Please see the timeline below. When the classic tween is created successfully, it will have a straight arrow. If the classic tween is not created successfully, I delete this keyframe. You will see that it becomes a dotted line here. This situation means that the tween creation failed. It will not have any animation effect. I push the timeline. You will see that the circle will not move. Now I restore the keyframe just now. Let's make another classic tween animation. Create a new layer. Write a text in this layer. Align the two graphics. Let's also create a classic tween for this text. Right-click at the 20th frame. Click Insert keyframe. Move the text at the 20th frame. Right-click. Click Create Classic Tween. Let's take a look at the animation of these two graphics. They both move evenly from the left to the right. We also need to understand a more detailed issue. Click Library next to Properties. I just created two classic tweens. Tween 1, Tween 2, Tween 3, and Tween 4 automatically appear here. In the previous video, I converted the graphics to symbols before creating classic tweens. Delete the graphics of these two layers. Then delete these for tweens. Let's create classic tween animation again. Use the Oval tool to draw a circle. Right-click. Click Convert to Symbol. Select Movie Clip as the type. Change the name to 1. Click OK. Right-click at the 20th frame. Click Insert keyframe. Move the circle to the 20th frame. Right-click. Click Create Classic Tween. At this time, there is only the symbol 1 just created in the library. The library is relatively clean, and it will not be filled with a large number of items after creating several tweens. After converting it to a symbol, we can modify it uniformly. For example, I want to add a rectangle in the middle of this circle. Then you just double-click the circle to enter the inside of this symbol. Select the Rectangle tool. Change the fill color. Draw a rectangle. Return to the scene. Push the timeline. You will see that the rectangle inside the circle also moves evenly from left to right. Create a new layer. Add a text. Write the text as 1. We will not convert this text into a symbol. Right-click at the 20th frame. Click Insert keyframe. Move the text at the 20th frame. Create Classic Tween. You can see that the text moves from left to right. Since I did not convert this text into a symbol, Tween 5 and Tween 6 appear in the library. Double-click to get inside the text. Add a number 2 at the end. Return to the scene. Let's take a look at the animation of the text. You will see that when it reaches the last frame, it will suddenly become 1. Because when it reaches the last frame, it will become a tween 6 symbol. What I just modified is the tween 5 symbol. The circle is converted into a movie clip symbol, and it is this symbol from beginning to end. The text is tween 5 in the first keyframe and tween 6 in the second keyframe. This is equivalent to 2 people. When the first person walks to the right, he becomes another person when he reaches the last frame. This is the difference between converting graphics into symbols and not converting them into symbols when creating classic tweens. In order to make animation more convenient, when creating classic tween animations, graphics, text, bitmaps, etc. should be converted into symbols.